All right. Hello and welcome to a quick little YouTube video that is related to our 5-Minute Friday newsletter, which if you want to subscribe, head to the link below of this video. But my friend Matthew Warren, hey Matt, if you're watching, sent me this cool little link that it showcases out of 100 tomatoes, here's what happens to them during the whole food supply chain. And so this is on McKinsey.com. It's a cool little graphic, and I like to geek out over stuff like this, so this is cool. I'll also link this article below, but here's a little graphic. So what typically happens to field-grown tomatoes meant to be sold fresh in developed countries. So loss rate for every 100 tomatoes. This is the first step of the supply chain. We can see here it's produced. So you hit next, and it says 73 to 81 tomatoes survive the harvest. So 19 to 27 are lost, I don't know, whether it's due to storms, whether it's due to diseases, bugs, stuff like that. And of course it says also the ones that are left in the field can be used as organic fertilizer, turned into animal feed, a bunch of stuff. So out of 100, you're losing 19 to 27 in the field before it's already left the farm. So that's a lot. A lot of things farmers are doing with that. Of course, they use herbicides, pesticides to keep pests and diseases from attacking those crops. It doesn't really specify if this is organic or conventional tomatoes, so that's something to note. I'm not sure if there would be any huge differences between those crops, between how many are actually organic versus conventional, how many tomatoes are surviving. So that's interesting. So the next one, going from storage. So after being transported, 1 to 2 tomatoes are lost, which isn't bad. That's pretty good. 1 to 2. All right. They end up being discarded, thrown away. All right. Next, this is handled and quality controlled. So the tomatoes that are washed before being graded and sorted, usually 3 or 4 are thrown out, whether they have spots on them, or maybe they're not the right size. I mean, if you might have a tomato that is perfectly round, but it has a black spot on it. Consumer's not going to want that, so they're going to have to throw it out. Now, it depends on where it's getting sorted at, all that good stuff. If it's then going to go back and be recycled, just kind of depends. And then next going on, we've got processed and packaged. The tomatoes are then packaged into containers according to customer specifications. That really depends where they're going. In terms of tomatoes, are they tomatoes that are going to set out on a shelf? Are they going into a package? Like those little plastic containers that you can get. I think they're called oyster shell containers. I don't know, but basically they open like a clamshell. That's what it is, clamshell. So that's pretty cool, but you might lose 1 or 2 because of different things are damaged or something like that. And then lastly, when tomatoes are loaded onto refrigerated transport to be delivered, you might lose 4 to 6 tomatoes. They are either damaged, packaged incorrectly, mislabeled, or sent to the wrong destination. That would suck, I ordered some tomatoes, but they didn't arrive or they got damaged. So yeah, out of 100 tomatoes grown, 59 to 72 are going to make it to the retailer. So the problem right now in the US and even throughout the world, malnutrition, it's not that we're not producing enough food. We definitely are. But as you can see, thanks to this graphic, the problem is efficiency. We're losing a lot of tomatoes at the farm during the growing process and then during the whole food supply chain, during the processing, packaging, and distribution. We're losing a lot of it. And this really isn't even, I don't think it is, no. It's not really taking into account either how much we might lose at a retailer. How many tomatoes, for example, might sit at that store, Walmart, Publix, Target, and they're not going to get picked up by consumers. They're just going to sit there and rot, and then you eventually have to throw them away. So that's interesting. I would say it's like maybe 10 to 20%, maybe. That's just very generous. So I don't know. I think we've got a long way to go in terms of efficiency when it comes to the whole food supply chain. So I thought I'd do a little breakdown. Hope you enjoyed this quick little video. If you liked it, subscribe, like, comment, do all that YouTube-y stuff. And of course, if you want to read the quick little 5-minute Friday newsletter, head to the link below in the description to check it out. So thanks for watching. See you later.